Oh, so good work out what I'm supposed to be doing today. I think I can help with that.
Oh, hello.
Yeah,
You're me from the future.
It's okay. You're supposed to do a video on copyright. So get to it.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
Hello mouses. So today we're going to talk about copyright. And yes, I know a lot of people aren't interested in copyright or law in general, so hello to the three of you who have managed to not click away to another video. Copyright began in the 18th century when Queen Anne of Britain decided to protect the academics and media darlings of the day from Johnny Quickbook and his newfangled printing press. Back then, anyone with enough cash to own a printing press of their very own and who wanted to make a bit more cash would be able to go out and just buy a copy of the latest bestseller and then run off their own copies of it. Then they could sell their own copies and make fat lots of cash, which of course wasn't in the interests of the original writer or publisher, who decided that, we're losing out because these people can just run off copies of our own hard work. So they went and petitioned the Queen, and she decided that yes, they were right and she would do something about it. Now, since the Statute of Anne didn't stop copyright infringement in its tracks, we should discuss how copyright works now. Basically, when you create a work, you own the copyright on it. It's due to the Berne Convention, which is a bit later than the Statute of Anne, and which most countries in the world have signed up to. You don't need to put a symbol or anything else on it, or a statement that says it's copyright, because the general consensus is that once you have created a work, you own copyright over that work. It's a general case, there are exceptions, but that's how it usually works, and most countries have signed up to that principle. But nevertheless, it's usually worth putting the little copyright symbol on there along with the date that it was created, because that way, if you ever need to go to court, you can prove when it was created. Copyright, in essence, means the right to copy a work. It's a bit like other legal rights, such as the right to dip your rod in a stream, or hammer your tent pegs into someone's field, and that you can buy and sell the right. What doesn't usually happen is you'll create a work and then sell the only copy of that work, and that includes the physical copy as well as the copyright. Paintings, sculptures, that kind of thing, yeah, that's going to happen, but for everything else, you would retain a physical copy of the work. And that's because copyright is separate from the physical object. Let's demonstrate this visually. If I have a work, and we'll say this is a work, then in law I effectively have two works, the physical version and all of the legal rights associated with it, such as movie rights or the copyright on it. Now, I can sell you the physical version, I could give that to you, but I will still have this, and this is the most important part in law, because I can then create another version of it and sell that to someone else. And I can keep doing that with more and more physical copies. But if I sell you this, and now I have the physical copy as if I'm you, then I can't then create another copy, because I don't have the legal rights, which are over here. Which is why all those claims of copyright theft are stupid. In other words, just because you have a physical copy of a work doesn't mean you have the right to create other copies of that work. I would still have the copyright of anything I created that I gave to a copy to you, and you can't take that away from me. Well, not unless you have some sort of superpower of ethereal abilities that can reach into my legal person, as they call it, and rip out or pickpocket the right to copy things. It's just not going to happen. So you can't steal my copyright. You might be able to contract it, but you can't just go yoink and have it. And that's why copyright theft is a stupid name. Copyright infringement, yes, but you haven't stolen it, so it's not theft. Anyway, that's it from me today. I've been Kirk-Robinson, you've been watching a video, and I'll see you tomorrow.